everybody, it's Jenna from Uncomplicated Kitchen, and right now I'm going to show you how to make a super simple, very garlicky, very delicious quinoa. The first thing that you need to do is rinse your quinoa very well. I use a fine mesh strainer so the quinoa can't fall through. Just rinse it a little bit under cold water and make sure that that is all drained through. Next thing we need to do is prepare our pan. So this recipe does call for a 1/4 cup of olive oil, so that's going right in the bottom. And you'll notice that I have not turned this pan on yet. Why? I don't want to burn my garlic. So we're gonna put 5 cloves. I grated this garlic, but you can also mince it very fine. And that's gonna go right into the cold pan. So just over low to medium low heat, stir it until you start seeing it, get all bubbly. And that means it'll be starting to simmer up. But what we're looking for is that garlic will start to definitely bubble, and then it'll start smelling very, very fragrant. So there we go. It is time to halt this cooking process. What we're gonna do right now is add in that rinsed quinoa. I got 2 cups of quinoa. I'm using just white quinoa here. You can use the multicolored quinoa, but what I found is that each kind cooks at a different rate, and so to keep it simple, I just use one color. All right, on top of that quinoa, I'm also gonna add about 2 teaspoons of kosher salt. I am stirring this frequently over medium heat now, and I'm trying to make sure that all of that moisture evaporates. So we are just kind of lightly trying to coast this quinoa to develop some nutty flavors. So we're just looking to evaporate all the moisture here, and after about a minute or two, it's gonna start smelling really toasty, and at that point, that's when you'll wanna add your water. All right, for 2 cups of quinoa, we've got 3 cups of water. Give that a good stir. Make sure to get all the quinoa off the sides of that pot. Put on the lid and turn it to high and wait for it to come to a boil. It's up to a rolling boil. When you give it a stir, pop that lid back on, reduce that heat all the way down to low, and we're gonna let it simmer undisturbed for 15 minutes. 15-minute timer went off, and we're gonna go ahead and check, see what this looks like. It's pretty darn good to me. Nice fluffy quinoa, smells very garlicky. I like to leave the lid off for just a minute and let some of that extra moisture evaporate. But basically what you're looking for is there is no water in the bottom. All that moisture has absorbed right into that quinoa. We're just gonna let the last little bit cook out here, and then our quinoa will be ready to eat. While this is absolutely delicious, just with that garlic, olive oil, salt, and water, what you could do instead is use some chicken stock, veggie broth, or when you're doing your water, you can add some aromatics to it, or even something like a bit of a bouillon cube. There are so many ways to flavor this quinoa, but basically you've seen how it's made. It's really simple, and it's just a really wonderful thing to know how to make.